What's up everybody, Toyman92 here again. Today we're going to be unboxing the Graveyard Skeletons from Four Horsemen Toys. These kind of go along with the Mythic Legions line. While they are not true Mythic Legions, they are kind of the same skeleton body that you would find in the Army Builder packs or anything like that. Give me a couple minutes here, I'm going to get them opened up and we'll be right back. Alright, that took a lot more time than I expected it to, and I gotta say, holy accessories. They come with a total of 6 sets of hands, 2 extra sets of feet, 2 swords, 2 shields, 2 spears. They also came with these little add-on masks that you can add on to the skull heads. Kind of gives it a nice little cannibalistic tribal kind of feel to me. But I went ahead and swapped out 2 of the heads. As you can see, I left them on here, but I got the pumpkin head on that guy, and then I have the vampire head on the other guy on the other side. But starting out, they are very stiff. They remind me of my first review and opening of Igar or Ilgar from Mythic Legions. These guys you might want to heat up a little bit before you go posing them around too much. I would highly recommend that. But starting out articulation wise, like I said, they are very stiff. Single jointed elbows, ab crunch, single jointed knees. They do have great articulation, but again, you might want to heat them up. But the big thing for these guys is all the accessories they come with. I'll move him to the side and bring out this guy. He does have a custom mace that I made off my 3D printer. If anybody's interested in one, let me know. And I can make you one. But I really love these. They're going to be great army builders or even standalone characters for my toy photography. Like I've said in previous videos, I like the comic books, I like all that kind of stuff, but deep down I'm a toy photographer. I don't know all the history, I don't know all the lore behind figures and behind the comic books. But again, I respect those who do, and I love the figures. Four Horsemen, of course, make some amazing figures as it is. I've yet to open a bad one. Granted, this is only my 5th opening of a Four Horsemen figure, but I absolutely love these. Especially having the pumpkin head has great detail to it. See if it will focus. Focus. There we go. Nice. Yeah, you can kind of get an up close view of that pumpkin head. You can kind of see all the detail on the bones. The paint they did on these skeletons is downright amazing. I'm going to do a couple comparisons here in a second. I'm going to bring a couple of these guys a little bit closer so you can see the detail to them. This one has the vampire style teeth. So I went ahead and, like I said earlier, swapped out that head sculpt. And then he has one of the shields, or one of the swords, I'm sorry, that come with the 4-pack of the skeletons. Not really a whole lot going on with the sword and the spear. Just pretty average, nothing fancy. There's not really a whole lot of weathering or like blood on them, anything like that. So give me a second here, and I'm going to pull up some figures to do some side-by-side comparisons. Alright, so now we have our size comparisons. I went ahead and left out 2 of the Graveyard Skeleton figures. You'll see why here in just a second, but compared to the 6-inch Marvel Legends Retro Wave Spider-Man, the skeletons definitely have a size advantage. by probably close to half an inch. Got quite a bit of a difference there with the Spider-Man. And then against fellow Four Horsemen figure, Ilgar, they're pretty much the same body for what I know. There shouldn't be much differences other than in the head, the feet, stuff like that. But they're pretty similar in size. I think Graveyard Skeleton has them by a hair bit, but not by a lot. Could also be the mask on him. And then coming up next is going to be the pumpkin-headed figure. Let me tilt his head back to the natural way, so we can do a good comparison with the Floosh skeleton. The Graveyard is definitely a lot thicker, a lot more well built, to be honest with you. Don't get me wrong, I love the Floosh skeleton figure from Robo's company, but to me the Graveyard skeletons are a lot more well built. I don't feel like I'm gonna break them. Granted, yeah, they're tight, but excuse me. But to me, the weathering on the Four Horsemen version is just as good as the Floosh. I'm gonna have to do a skeleton comparison once I get out my Undead Army Builder and my regular skeleton Army Builder. And then we'll have just a big skeleton party one day with all those guys. But for right now, I really like these figures. They're going to look great on shelves, great in my photography. They're starting to loosen up as I'm messing with them a little bit, so I might not have to heat them up, which would be amazing. But yeah, I tried swapping out hands on one of them, and that ended up being quite a challenge. I ended up backing out from doing that just because I didn't want to break him without heating him up. But again, great figures. I got them at Big Bad Toy Store. Last time I checked, they still had them in stock at the typical $100 price point. And I'm going to put a link in the description for the Big Bad Toy Store link to these guys. And again, I'm not endorsed by Big Bad Toy Store. I really like them. Bought quite a bit of stuff from them and continue to buy stuff from them. Great shipping, as most of you know, $4 flat rate shipping from there to Indianapolis. It's usually only like 2-3 days for me. But yeah, that's going to be it, guys. If you liked it, drop a comment, subscribe, like. If you didn't like it, tell me why. If you made it this far, I appreciate it. I really do, guys. Like, this means a lot to me. And like I said, leave some comments, like, subscribe, and I will get some photography here at the end. Have a good day, guys. Bye.